Opening, each tiny seed holds the blueprint of a stunning flower, waiting to burst into life. A minuscule capsule of potential, every seed carries within it the promise of a breathtaking bloom. Now let's delve into the fascinating world of seeds. Picture a sunflower seed. Small, hard, seemingly insignificant. Yet, nestled within this humble kernel is the blueprint for a towering sunflower, its golden face turned towards the sun. Or consider the delicate poppy seed, minute and subtle, yet carrying the potential for a vibrant display of reds and oranges that can stop you in your tracks. Choosing quality seeds is the first step towards a lush, vibrant garden. Look for seeds that are plump and firm, a sign of their potential vitality. Remember, the health of your flower begins with the health of your seed. But how do we coax these tiny powerhouses into life? The answer lies in the process of preparing them for planting. This may involve stratification, a method of simulating the chill of winter to kickstart germination, or scarification, where we gently break the seed's hard outer shell to encourage sprouting. Yes, the magic of seeds is truly astounding. From these tiny beginnings, the most spectacular blooms emerge. Each seed is like a secret waiting to be unlocked, a story waiting to be told. Closing. With the right seeds in hand, you're ready for the next step, planting. So, roll up those sleeves and let's transform your garden into a blooming wonderland. Great gardens start with great soil. Let's prepare the perfect bed for your seeds. Just like we humans need a cozy bed to rejuvenate, seeds also need a comfortable and nutrient-rich bed to sprout and grow. Soil preparation is crucial, and it starts with understanding your soil. Is it sandy, clayey, or loamy? Each type has its pros and cons, but whatever the type, one thing is universal: the magic of compost. Compost enriches the soil with nutrients, improves its texture, and boosts its ability to hold water. So mix in some good quality compost with your garden soil. Remember, a thriving garden is all about the balance. Too much of anything, even compost, isn't beneficial. Now let's move to the planting part. Each seed has its own personality and needs. Some like to snuggle deep, while others prefer to be just beneath the surface. As a general rule of thumb, plant your seeds 2 to 3 times as deep as the seed's width, and make sure to give them some elbow room. Overcrowding can lead to competition for resources. Spacing guidelines vary, but a good starting point is to leave about twice the seed's diameter between plantings. This gives your seedlings room to spread their roots and flourish without fighting their neighbors for nutrients. Now that your seeds are tucked in their nutrient-rich beds, it's time for the next crucial step: watering. Water is life. Your plants thirst for it, but too much can be detrimental. Just like us, plants need water to survive and thrive, but it's about finding that perfect balance. Watering your plants isn't a one-size-fits-all task. It's an art, and each plant in your garden is a unique canvas. Let's talk about watering schedules. It's not about watering your plants every day, but rather when they need it. It's essential to know your plants, their species, and their specific watering needs. Some plants prefer their soil to dry out completely between waterings, while others like to stay consistently moist. Here's a tip: if you're unsure, stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's damp, hold off. Remember, overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering, leading to root rot and other complications. Now, the time of day you water your plants also matters. Morning watering is beneficial as it gives the water a chance to soak into the soil and reach the roots before the heat of the day can evaporate it. Watering in the morning also helps to prevent the growth of fungus, which can take hold if your plants stay damp overnight. Watering is an essential part of plant care, but it's about more than just turning on a hose. It's about understanding your plants, their needs, and creating the best environment for them to flourish. With watering under your belt, let's shed some light on the next topic: sunlight and positioning. Sunlight is essential for your flowers, but how much is enough? Well, it's a balancing act, really. Just like us, plants need sunlight to carry out photosynthesis, a process that converts light energy into chemical energy, fueling growth. But not all flowers require the same amount of sunlight. Some plants, like roses and sunflowers, thrive in full sun, soaking up 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. They're the sunbathers of the plant world. They love to bask in the light and will reward you with vibrant blooms. On the other hand, impatiens and foxgloves prefer partial shade, needing only about 3 to 6 hours of sunlight. These are your shade seekers, perfect for those less sunny spots in your garden. So how do you determine the best positions for your flowers? It's all about observing the patterns of light and shadow in your garden throughout the day. Notice where the sun shines brightest and for how long. Those spots are prime real estate for your sun-loving flowers. And those areas with dappled sunlight or morning light, they're just right for your shade seekers. Remember, the position of the sun changes throughout the year, so a spot that's shady in summer might be sunny in winter. Keep an eye on these changes to ensure your flowers are getting the right amount of sunlight they need to flourish. As the sun sets on this topic, we grow into our next segment, growth and maintenance. Growth is a magical process, but it does require some care and maintenance. As our seeds sprout and our plants begin to reach for the sky, it's crucial to keep them in top form. Pruning is a key part of this process. It involves removing dead or overgrown branches or stems to encourage healthy growth. Just as a good haircut can give you a fresh new look, a good prune can invigorate your plants, giving them a new lease on life. Then there's deadheading. This may sound a bit grim, but it's actually a simple and effective way to keep your flowers looking their best. Deadheading involves removing spent flowers, which encourages plants to focus their energy on producing more blooms. It's a bit like telling your plants, don't look back, keep pushing forward. Now let's talk about food. Just like us, plants need a balanced diet to thrive. Natural fertilizers, rich in essential nutrients, can work wonders here. Compost, worm castings, or even a homemade compost tea can provide a hearty meal for your plants, giving them the strength they need to flourish. Finally, let's not forget about pest control. It's an unfortunate reality that every garden will face at some point. But fear not, there are plenty of eco-friendly methods to keep pests at bay. From beneficial insects to homemade sprays, there's a solution for every problem. With these maintenance tips, you're set for a blooming success. Speaking of blooms, the moment we've all been waiting for, the bloom. It's not just a spectacular display of nature's artistry, but also a testament to your dedication. Each bloom is the result of patient nurturing, careful watering, and thoughtful positioning. Let's delve into the world of blooms. From the delicate petals of a cherry blossom to the bold colors of a sunflower, every flower tells a unique story. And the best part? You can influence this story. By understanding your flowers' needs and extending their bloom times, you ensure this story lasts longer. How, you ask? Well, the secret lies in deadheading and timely feeding. Deadheading, or removing spent flowers, encourages plants to focus their energy on producing more blooms. And a mid-season feed with a high potash fertilizer can give your plants that extra boost they need to keep blooming. But what about perennials? As autumn approaches, many gardeners wonder how to prepare their perennials for the next season. The key is to leave the plant alone. Yes, you heard right. Allow your perennials to die back naturally. This process helps the plant conserve energy for the next growing season. Now, let's talk about arranging blooms. Consider color, height, and bloom time when designing your garden. With a little creativity, you can create a visually stunning space that changes with the seasons. From seed to bloom, you've mastered the journey. Now, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Gardens are not just about flowers, they're about joy, peace, and connection. They're about the laughter of children chasing butterflies, the quiet moments of solitude among the blooms, the delight of a hummingbird's visit. They're about the satisfaction of nurturing life from a tiny seed, the thrill of seeing your first sprout, the awe of witnessing a bud unfurl into a perfect bloom. Embark on your flower-growing journey today and transform your space into a blooming paradise. Don't forget to subscribe for more gardening secrets.